What if the life you want is waiting on the other side? Of the things you keep avoiding, think about that. Growth feels uncomfortable. Learning feels uncomfortable. Change feels uncomfortable. But staying the same has a price too, a very high price. Because when you stop growing, you don't stay where you are. The world keeps moving. Opportunities change. People change. Circumstances change. And if you refuse to grow, you slowly become unprepared for the life you could have lived. Now listen carefully. Nobody feels motivated every day. There will be mornings when you don't want to get up. There will be books you don't feel like reading. Skills you don't feel like practicing. Conversations you don't feel like having. Work you don't feel like doing. But those moments may be the moments that matter most, because growth doesn't happen when everything is comfortable. Growth happens when you challenge yourself to become more disciplined, more capable, more patient, more courageous. You don't need to destroy yourself. To grow, you need to challenge yourself a little further, a little higher, a little better than yesterday. Your future will demand a stronger version of you. So don't always ask, what feels easy? Ask, what will make me better? That question changes everything. Today, we're going to explore why you must sometimes push yourself when motivation disappears, how discomfort can become your teacher, how discipline creates growth, and how forcing yourself to take the next step can eventually transform the person you become, because sometimes you don't need another reason to wait. You need a reason to begin. Push yourself, challenge yourself, grow yourself, and become the person your future requires you to be. Now think about this. The life you want may be waiting outside the life you are comfortable living. Comfort feels good. It feels safe. It feels familiar. And that is exactly why it can become dangerous. Because what feels comfortable today can become the thing that keeps you stuck tomorrow. Think about it. You know you should exercise, but the couch feels better. You know you should study, but entertainment feels easier. You know you should start, but waiting feels safer. You know you should change, but familiar habits feel comfortable. And little by little, comfort becomes a habit. Then the habit becomes a lifestyle. And eventually, you wonder why your life has not changed. Now listen carefully. Growth requires movement, and movement requires discomfort. You cannot become stronger without challenging yourself. You cannot develop discipline without doing things you don't feel like doing. You cannot build confidence without facing situations that make you uncertain. You cannot become better by repeating everything you already know. Growth begins when you step beyond what is familiar. Now, this doesn't mean you should make life difficult for no reason. It means you should stop running from every challenge. Some discomfort is necessary. Some difficulty is productive. Some struggle is exactly what develops you. Think about a muscle. If you never challenge it, it doesn't become stronger. Your mind works the same way. Your character works the same way. Your discipline works the same way. You must give yourself something difficult to overcome, and then you become stronger because of it. Now ask yourself, where have I become too comfortable? Maybe you have been delaying a goal. Maybe you have been avoiding responsibility. Maybe you have been telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And eventually, a year passes. Nothing changes. Why? Because you kept choosing what was comfortable over what was necessary. Now understand this. Your comfort zone is not a physical place. It is a mental boundary. It is the point where you stop challenging yourself. And the longer you stay there, the smaller your world can become. You become comfortable with less effort, less learning, less risk, less responsibility, less growth. And eventually, you begin defending the very habits that are holding you back. Don't do that. Challenge yourself. Read something difficult. Learn something new. Wake up earlier. Work on your weakness. Have the conversation you have been avoiding. Take responsibility. Finish what you started. Do something that requires you to become better. Not because discomfort is the goal. Growth is the goal. Discomfort is simply sometimes the price. Now listen, you don't need to transform your entire life overnight. Start with one uncomfortable decision. One, then another. Each time you choose growth over comfort, you strengthen yourself. You prove something to yourself. I can do difficult things. That belief is powerful. Because once you believe you can handle difficulty, you stop running from challenges. You start using them. You begin looking at obstacles and asking, what can this teach me? That is a different way of living. Now think about your future. The person you want to become will need skills you don't have yet. Discipline you may not have yet. Knowledge you may not have yet. Confidence you may not have yet. So don't be frustrated that you aren't that person today. Build that person. Learn, practice, fail, adjust, try again, grow. Because the goal is not to remain comfortable. The goal is to become capable of handling more, capable of learning more, capable of achieving more, capable of becoming more. So when life gives you a difficult opportunity, don't immediately ask, how can I avoid this? Ask, how can I grow through this? That question can change your life, because the strongest version of you is rarely created in the easiest season. It is created when you keep going, when things are difficult, when you choose discipline, when comfort calls, when you take action, when excuses appear. So step outside your comfort zone, not recklessly, not foolishly, but intentionally. Challenge yourself, push yourself, teach yourself. And remember, the discomfort you feel today may be the strength you need tomorrow. Growth begins where comfort ends. And sometimes the next level of your life begins with one simple decision: to stop choosing what is easy and start choosing what makes you better. Now listen carefully. If you want to grow, stop waiting for growth to happen naturally. Growth requires intention. You have to create situations that demand more from you. Because if you always choose what is easy, you will keep developing the same level of ability. So challenge yourself. Give yourself a reason to become better. Start with your habits. Look at your daily routine. What are you doing that keeps you comfortable? And what are you avoiding because it feels difficult? Be honest. Your growth begins with that honesty. Now choose one thing that you know you need to improve. Maybe your discipline, maybe your health, maybe your communication, maybe your knowledge, maybe your finances, maybe your confidence. Don't try to change everything at the same time. Choose one, then make yourself show up for it every day. Not when you feel motivated, every day. That is how you train yourself to become consistent. Now understand this. You don't need to feel ready before you begin. Readiness often comes after repetition. You start, you struggle, you learn, you improve, then you become better. So stop asking, do I feel ready? Ask, what can I do today To move forward, that question creates action. Now give yourself deadlines. A goal without a deadline can remain a wish. Choose a date. Choose a target. Then work backward. What must happen this week? What must happen today? What must happen right now? Break the big goal into small responsibilities. Then complete them, one by one. Now here's another powerful practice. Put yourself around people who challenge your thinking, people who are learning, people who are disciplined, people who are building, people who expect more from themselves. Your environment matters. If everyone around you is comfortable with staying the same, you may become comfortable too. But when you spend time around people who are growing, their standards can challenge yours. You begin thinking differently. You begin expecting more. You begin seeing possibilities you didn't see before. Now listen closely. Learn something every day. Read a few pages. Study a useful skill. Listen to something valuable. Write down what you learn. Then apply it. Knowledge that is never applied doesn't create much change. So don't just collect information. Use it. Practice it. Turn knowledge into ability. Now challenge yourself to do something difficult on purpose. Take the stairs. Wake up when you said you would. Finish the task. Before reaching for entertainment, have the difficult conversation. Say no to unnecessary distractions. These may seem like small things, but they teach your mind a powerful lesson. I do what I say I will do. That is self-trust. And self-trust creates strength. Now remember, you don't have to force yourself to become perfect. You have to force yourself to keep progressing. Some days will be strong. Some days will be weak. Some days you will succeed. Some days you will fail. But don't stop. Adjust. Learn. Continue. Because consistency is more powerful than occasional intensity. So create challenges. Set standards. Build routines. Choose better environments. Learn every day. Take action, even when you don't feel like it. And slowly, something remarkable happens. The person who once needed motivation begins developing discipline. The person who once avoided challenges begins looking for them. The person who once doubted themselves begins trusting themselves. That is growth. And it begins when you decide to stop waiting for life to push you and start pushing yourself toward the person you know you can become. Now think about this. You may not know how capable you really are. Not yet. Because capability is often discovered only after you are challenged. You don't discover your strength by avoiding difficult things. You discover it by attempting them, by struggling, by failing, by getting back up, by trying again. That is where your hidden ability begins to reveal itself. Now listen carefully. Most people create limits before they ever test themselves. They say, I can't do that. I'm not good at this. That's not for someone like me. I've never done it before. But think about those words. How can you know what you are capable of if you never give yourself the opportunity to find out? You can't. So challenge the assumption. Instead of saying, I can't, ask, what would happen if I tried? That question opens a door. Now choose something that feels slightly beyond you. Not impossible, not reckless, just difficult enough to make you uncomfortable. Maybe read a difficult book, learn a new skill, start exercising consistently, speak in front of people, take responsibility for something you usually avoid, build something, create something, finish something. The goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to discover yourself, because every challenge teaches you something. You learn what you know.